Hello everyone, this is Lil Joker, Autobroker, and today we're going to talk about who makes the car that you drive. I made a list over the weekend and it surprised me, and it's going to surprise you as well. They are making cars all over the world now, and the car that you're driving may be manufactured anywhere in the world, and you're going to be surprised. So let's get started. This is Lil Joker, Autobroker. Next one is a Chinese company. It's called Geely, and what surprised me the most is they now own Volvo. Volvo used to make one of my favorite engines. It was a 5-cylinder turbo motor, and there's still a lot of these on the road here in America. It's one of the best motors ever built. They last a long time. The turbos don't go bad, and they get great gas mileage. It's the 5-cylinder turbo. Now they no longer manufacture this motor because it's now a Chinese company. So the newer, anything. I don't know what year they took them over. I would say 5 or 8 years back, somewhere in that neighborhood. I did not research that, but I know that they got bought out a long time ago. It's by a company in China named Geely. So that is where Volvos are manufactured now. They also make the electronic the EV called the Polestar, which I see those in Tampa Bay. That's another electronic vehicle that is made in China. Don't know a lot about them. I do see them around. They are definitely selling them here in the U.S. The Lotus was another European car brand that they made really high-end sports cars. In the 80s they came out with the Lotus Esprit Turbo, beautiful car. They also make like a 4-cylinder fast car that's turbo. I believe it's a mid-engine that I see on the road sometimes here as well. But they still manufacture. They also do high-end cars. And then everybody knows about those little smart cars, those little egg-shaped cars that they get ridiculous gas mileage. They make gas and electronic vehicles on the smart car. They used to see a lot of them about 10 years ago. They don't make as many as they used to. They're not as good as sellers as they were, but they get really good gas mileage in their small cars. And then they make another car called the Proton, which I don't know a lot about, but that's a lot of stuff coming from China there. Now the next one, and I hope I'm saying the name of it right, it's called Stellantis. They're based out of the Netherlands, okay, which is in Europe, and these long lists are gonna surprise everyone. They own Dodge Chrysler. Dodge and Chrysler is owned by a company in the Netherlands. Think about that. I mean, you're talking about a manufacturer that was here in America for about a century, and now they're owned by a company in the Netherlands. And then of course there's also Ram. Ram makes the trucks. They're also owned by this, Dodge, Ram, Chrysler are all the same company. But they're not owned by the Dodge Corporation anymore. They're owned by this company here in the Netherlands. You also have Fiat, Jeep, which is also a Dodge and Chrysler product. And then you have the Alfa Romeo, which they used to be it still is European, but I don't think they were owned by the Netherlands company. And then you have the Maserati. I actually had a Maserati. The Maserati has a close relationship with Ferrari. They put a lot of Ferrari engines in it. So that is also owned by the company in the Netherlands. And then Peugeot, I believe that they used to be, I want to say that they were a French manufacturer. And you used to see those here in America. I don't see them anymore. So I'm sure that they still have some, very few, very limited production. And they're mainly a European vehicle. So in closing, I just want to recap. You now know where your car is being manufactured at. If you're thinking about buying a car that is no longer manufactured or owned by the same company that has owned it for a long time, you need to do your research. You need to find out what engines they're putting in the vehicle that you're interested in, what transmission they're putting in it, and then you want to go and you want to Google. You can type in the year, make, and model, and then put reviews. It'll tell you what people think about it, how long the motor lasts, what the problems are. It gives you a lot of information. Google is your best friend. You want to go in and do the research on the vehicle to make sure that the new vehicle that you're buying has a track record, and you want to make sure the engine has been manufactured for a while as well. And that way you can make a very good decision on the new vehicle that you're going to purchase so that it doesn't have a lot of problems, because they've only been making the engine. It's the first year they made it. It's the first year they implemented this technology. There are a lot of reasons why you want to look into the vehicle, the specific model, the engine, and the transmission. And then that way you can make a very good decision on your new purchase. So until next time, it's Little Joker, Auto Broker. You can find me all over social media. Little Joker 727.